postponing weddings.
Pat Garipo says the pandemic has sucked the life out of his reception hall business. Almost all his weddings have been postponed, costing him $800,000 in lost revenue.
2020 was supposed to be the year, a big year for the wedding industry. The whole wedding industry was exploding this year. And here you have it. It's a disaster right now. It's in shambles.
The new rule that lets up to 250 people gather in indoor and outdoor public spaces is designed to help venues like his recover. But a group of Quebec doctors is calling the change dangerous and unnecessary because droplets can linger in enclosed spaces.
The problem is that if you have people spreading an infection within a large group, it becomes an event where there's just not just a few people infected, but possibly a lot of people infected, and it can just spread wildly.
The new rule applies to venues like theaters and cinemas and to amateur sporting events. Also worrying for doctors, once you're seated, you can take your mask off, and you only need to stay 1.5 meters away from others, not the usual 2 meters required in other settings in Quebec.
We'd love to see if there was any science or any rationale, or what the science or rationale is behind this, and how we've decided to go from 50 all the way to 250 in one fell swoop.
Dr. David Zucker helped launch a petition among doctors asking the government to scrap the plan. But Quebec's Director of Public Health says the risk is not the same as private gatherings, which are still limited to 10 people.
250 persons who are going to go to a show, sitting in a chair, separated by 1.5 meters, I think that the risk there is very acceptable.
But it's those remaining safety measures that make Garipo doubt his wedding business is coming back soon.
They don't want to have a funeral. They want to have a wedding.
Will 250 people want to gather at a wedding? He wonders, when dancing and mingling are still not allowed. Anthony Nerestan, CBC News, Montreal.